Now, what does the market say? For landlords, looks like the rental market has improved greatly, with rent prices rising fast in 2021 and 2022. The NAR, that's the National Association of Realtors, predicts rent prices will rise faster than home prices this year at 7.1%. Now, what's interesting about this number is if you look at the latest polling or rating on current inflation, inflation is currently sitting at about 7.1%. You guys have heard me say this a million times. The greatest hedge against inflation is owning rental property, because the rental rate will climb and rise at the same rate of inflation. Why? Because inflation is a result of minimum wages rising. So the federal government says, okay, rates are going to rise, and oil is going to rise, and gas is going to rise, and so income also has to rise. Wages have to rise. And with that, the rental income rises. Now, I was floored by this because 2 years ago, I bought 5 acres of ground, and we were in the process. We've built 3 duplexes. We've got 10 more duplexes currently under construction. When I bought the project, the average rates for the area, the rental rates for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,250 square foot property were running about $1,650. And we put tenants in there last November at about $1,750. We have 10 more duplexes coming online this November. We did a new search for market rents, and market rents are right now sitting at $2,150. Exact same unit. What happened? Well, inflation hits. You got Amazon offering $19 an hour starting wage with a $3,000 signing bonus. You've got all these people who retired during COVID and left all of these jobs opening. So employers are fighting each other to get talent, and they're paying crazy numbers to get talent to show up. Here's the rub. Eventually that's going to settle out, and employers are going to realize that when they were chasing talent at these crazy outrageous prices, they're going to realize they can't afford to pay that person that wage and still be profitable in their business. So we will see some adjustments taking place, but it's not going to affect the rental market. Rents will remain right where they are. That rise may encourage more house and apartment developments. Now, I don't know about you guys where you live, but I can tell you in my market, the volume of rental properties and massive apartment communities being built is on a scale I have never seen before. Why don't we see the large tracts of, 1,000 new homes being built? Well, because Wall Street and builders alike have realized the problem with building single-family homes to sell is after you've sold it and generated your profit, you don't get paid anymore. You got to go find more dirt and do more entitlements, more infrastructure. You got to build them, sell them, get your paycheck, and go do it again. So a lot of them are taking all that time, effort, energy, and resources, and they're throwing it at multifamily construction of these 2 and 3 and 4 and 500 unit apartment communities. That trend will continue. Look at this chart. Rent prices are rebounding in cities hit hard by the pandemic. You can see that in San Francisco in March of 20, we were down 3.4%. Now we're up 4%. In Boston, up 2.9%. Here in Chicago, up 2.5%. Seattle is up 2.2%. New York struggling at 0.9%, and DC struggling at 0.6%, mainly because these markets are hit greatest by business travel and that sector. So both Washington, D.C., New York, and Chicago have population outflow, where places like San Francisco, Boston, Seattle have population inflow. And so that's going to rise rents simply because there's not enough supply to feed the demand. So rents rise as a result.